I have a massive craving for beans. There's no one ever. I never actively craved beans until I first met how this one country makes their beans, and then from then on, I was hooked forever. Don't take it from me. I mean, who am I to tell you that these are infinitely better than refried beans or baked beans or whatever? You're gonna try it for yourself. I don't care what part of the world you're in. They represent one specific country in Africa that has managed to take one of the most ancient and timeless bean dishes and completely transform it into something that is totally irresistible. By the end of this episode, you will not only know which country it is, but the 3 simple twists that transform a very plain brown bean dish into something I just can't stop eating. But before we dig in, you'd make this hungry girl really happy if you smash that subscribe button and hit like on this video. So this tiny place is called Fool, Abu Abbas. It's been around for over 20 years. And guys, it is a pretty bare bones setup, not for everyone. So this place is making a classic Middle Eastern dish of slow-cooked fava beans called fool. It spells like foul, but it's pronounced like you would in French. Kind of like when one bean dish is talking to another, you know, voulez-vous coucher avec moi? The version of fava beans I'm gonna have for breakfast today is most closely associated with Egypt. And some say it dates as far back as when the pharaohs were around, even though, ironically, it seems that the ancient Egyptians who were cultivating them actually considered them unclean. Anyway, superstitions aside, traditionally the beans would be left overnight to simmer over burning embers until they become soft and mushy. That pulpy fava bean dish, in all its infinite variations and different stages from the whole beans to completely smashed and pureed, is served all over the Middle East, not just Egypt. And it makes for a super popular and affordable vegetarian protein-packed breakfast. This little cramped spot is actually not Egyptian. They are Sudanese, and the Sudanese add some unique twists to their fool, and I'm going to take you into the kitchen so we can see how they do it. So here's the big belly pot where the beans have been slow cooking for hours, and this long cooking process gives the beans a super rich, creamy texture. So here's where things take a bit of a detour. Twist number 1. The Sudanese throw in cheese into their fool. It's this shredded white cheese, or in Arabic you'd call it jibna bayda. We know cheese makes everything better. And then they toss in some salt, cumin, throw in those tomatoes, rocket leaves for that burst of color and freshness, rain down with more cheese, and then hit it up with sesame oil. There's 2 more twists, and I'm going to show you those at the table. This is Sudanese hospitality. Ayman, thank you so much. Oh my God. Ayman, that you shouldn't have done that. Oh my God, that is such true Sudanese hospitality. It is a mushkil. It is a problem that someone just randomly decides to cover your bill, and you haven't even begun ordering yet, so I can really go to town with it. But he essentially told them, I'm going to leave you extra money. I'll come back tomorrow. It seems like he's a regular, comes here for breakfast probably every day. And he's like, just cover their breakfast and I'll take the change tomorrow.
We never let our guests pay, you know. If you stay with Sudanese, you will know that.
Oh, Ayman, that's so sweet of you.
That's
That
okay.
is so sweet. Actually, you know something? This is more common than you would think in old Dubai. This stuff happens all the time. There's people who walk in, they're so hospitable, and this is the best part about learning about foods from different cultures. When they see that you're interested in their food, it just opens up a whole new world. Guys, I have the only token white Canadian face that is a regular at this place.
That even comes to these kind of places. But he has a total Sudanese heart. And whenever I think of smashing down a plate of Sudanese food, there is no one I think of other than Patrick, because he's got deep Sudanese connection. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm looking forward to this.
Let's do this. All right, before we get into the other 2 twists, we're gonna just get into the scour. You've got to attack this with your hands. They give you samoon or hot dog buns, which is traditional, and it just works because it's puffy, pillowy, you just scoop it all up. That tomato rocket leaf combo, it totally gives new life to what could just be another stodgy bean dish. Guys, I am so here for the cheese. Listen, don't take it from me. I mean, who am I to tell you that these are infinitely better than refried beans or baked beans or whatever? You're gonna try it for yourself. I don't care what part of the world you're in. You find someone who is from Sudan, hunt them down, and try these beans and drop me a comment and tell me how they work. I promised 2 more twists. Here's the second one, dakwa. It's this mad spicy chili peanut sauce. Peanuts are actually a really big thing in Sudanese food, to the point where the Arabic word for peanut translates to Sudanese pear, fool Sudani. And you know what dakwa does? It basically completes the holy trinity of beans, cheese, and hot sauce. I mean, if you've had Tex-Mex food, you totally get this. This is not a wannabe chili sauce. Like, this is deadly. My mouth is on fire. Like, I think it is hotter in my mouth than it is hotter out here in Dubai, and that is saying a lot.
It is hot. It's a hot shot, though.
I don't know, you look so cool and collected, you know? You're just like, oh, let me just smash it all up. And Sweeker, who's behind the camera, is going in for the kill.
Look at that bit of chili and spice in the first bite. It's so spicy. Twist number 2, let's get twist number 2.
All right, guys, time for the third twist. It's something that all of us want to do but would never do in public. Do you want to demonstrate what you do with your falafel and fool, Patrick?
My falafel here.
You don't do the smash? I feel like you have to smash it in, no?
No. I need
just
to
make
dip
it so
I need to dip
polite.
it into the sauce.
Oh my God.
Mm.
I'm so embarrassed. You eat,
It's out of this world.
right?
Mm.
But honestly, I feel like you kind of got to do a little bit of smashing action. Because that is what I remember being taught.
Mm.
And it is messy, and it is ridiculous, and that is why you wash your hands.
Finger looking good.
Guys, Patrick and I are gonna polish off this entire spread of falafel, eggs, fool, the kibdar, the liver.
You keep on talking, let me polish it off.
You do that. Before we all vanish, make sure that you hit that like button and subscribe to this channel and drop me a comment if you plan to try or if you've already tried Sudanese food. Until next time, you know how we roll.
Forks down, sleeves up.